one thing, but sharing a bathroom with 30 other girls can be hell if you don't have the right supplies. So today I'm going to be talking about my dorm essentials. I'm going to be a sophomore in college, so I feel like I kind of have the credentials for this. So I'm going to be sharing my tips and all my dorm essentials. First things first, let's talk the bathroom situation. You never really know what you're going to walk into until the first day. I was really glad that I got a shower shoe with a bit of a chunk to it, like this. So this is the shoe that I used. It was really similar. But it has this sort of like wedge to it, so it's not like you're stepping directly on the water and like it's just going into your feet. Like, no. If there's a bit of a pool situation going on, which there was in my dorm, then you have a little bit of like safe area where your foot is not gonna touch it. It was really nice because I don't want other people's things touching me. So that's that. And then getting a nice robe. I had a silk robe at first and it would always fall off. Like, I would be walking down and like the situation was not good. But I always had to like keep my towel like so close to me, so I was like, I just gotta keep it covered. So get a good robe. I got a fluffy one after the first week basically, and it was great. And then I got a matching one with my best friend. So okay, so now that we have the bathroom situation down, let's get to your bedroom situation, meaning decorations. Decorations can make or break the situation, in my opinion. Even though I had a few charges for things that wouldn't come off my wall, it was definitely worth it because my dorm looked amazing and I loved my side of the room. It was so pretty, it was so me, and it made me feel so cozy and at home. I tried to keep the same aesthetic as the room that I'm in right now, which is my hometown room. These are the pictures of what my dorm looked like. It was great, and this is the theme that I'm trying to go with for this year. Keeping it with the blues. I feel like I'm a very blue girly. I'm wearing blue right now. Getting your theme down, I think, is the first step, and just kind of picking what kind of decorations you want, whether it's like books, pictures. I did a collage of pictures similar to the one like this, but I did more pictures of my friends and I. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more like aesthetic pictures. I think I'm gonna do multiple collages this year. I want to get a few frames for the side of my bed that are gonna be like big pictures and then like big aesthetic pictures, and then do like a wall collage by like my desk, my sink, whatever it is. Another big thing is under the bed storage. You can choose to loft your bed, keep it low, or do what I did, which is keep it in the middle. This is what it looked like, and I actually really liked it because I can't imagine having to climb even further up this bed every time I want to sleep. I did use a chair, but I don't think that counts. It was actually a really great situation, and I think I'm gonna do the same for next year. I really loved how I was able to keep a few things under my bed. This is what the storage unit looked like. My dad put it together. I had to take it apart basically, and it took me like 45 minutes, but it was worth it because I was able to keep all this stuff under my bed and make it look pretty. I didn't want to have bins because I feel like I wanted it to look pretty still, and it was almost like having a dresser, like a shelf on the top too, which was really nice because I was able to keep all my stuff, kept coffee mugs, coffee glasses just right on top. One of them did fall and crack and go under my rug, but that's besides the point. And that brings me to my next thing, which is rugs. I got like a giant rug and it basically went in between my roommate and I's bed, so every day we would wake up and we wouldn't put our feet on the cold ass floor. It got absolutely disgusting by the end of the year, but I would say it was worth it. We ended up throwing it out at the end of the year, and I feel like it's a good investment, not investment, for the year. Also, depending on your space, you can add a futon or a chair. This is the one that I got for my room this year. It's coming, I think it's coming today. It really just depends kind of how much room you have. You can look up on the website the dimensions of your room. This is what I did, and it was really helpful. And then another thing is blankets. If you live in like a cold area, I guess, I don't even live in a cold area, but it's like, it gets cold in the winter time, you know what I mean? Usually if there's central AC or central heat, there was central heat in my building. We had like AC units. There would be days where it was like the heat wasn't on yet and it was so cold. So what I did was I got this like hefty blanket. It wasn't a weighted blanket, it was just a blanket from UGG. On those days, it would be so cold. I would literally wake up freezing, and I had the blanket over me. It was so nice. I would not be cold. So that was really nice. I'd say don't bring more than 2. I brought like 5. Another thing that I would say try to get this right before you move in is your pillow situation, because for me, I get migraines if I don't sleep right. So when I lay down, if my neck isn't like positioned perfectly, it's so bad. What I had to do is get a pillow and then get a squishmallow to lay my head on. One thing I feel like you don't think you need until you get there is a snack crate. Try to keep it stocked, try to keep it filled, and make sure it has wheels, because you're gonna be wheeling that thing all around your dorm, and it's so nice if you guys are like sitting on the floor and like you want to wheel around the snack cart, like you don't have to get up basically. So it's really nice, and I feel like keeping it stocked is pretty easy if you get cheap snacks. Another thing is a full body mirror. So I got like a really cheap mirror from Target that I just put on my wardrobe. And also a desk mirror. I use one that has like it looks like this basically. It's great. I love it. I'm using it right now as we speak. And just like desk accessories. So like a jewelry box, desk organizers for the inside of your drawers. Those are great. And I also wasn't supposed to do this, but I had a sun lamp, and the sun lamp was amazing. Literally best purchase ever. My room looks gorgeous at night. One thing that's kind of obvious is like a fridge or microwave situation, but yeah, mini fridge. Make sure it has enough room though. We would keep our like drinks in there, like soda, Alani Nu, like whatever you want, and just like leftover food. Another thing is a coffee machine. If you're a coffee addict like I am, you're gonna need at least a Keurig. I'm just kidding. You're gonna need one coffee machine. I recommend an espresso because my Keurig is absolute ass. I would definitely say a Keurig is not really necessary if you have an espresso. Just pick one and bring it and stick to it. I literally brought my Nespresso home with me from school during winter break because it was a month, and I was like, I can't go a month without my espresso. Another thing is have something like a fridge where it's kind of far from the outlet. You're gonna need an extension cord, and then power strips are great for like your bed, your desk. Another thing, and this is just advice in general, is to not bring your whole wardrobe. It is not gonna fit in the tiny ass closet. I brought all of my clothes because I was like, you know what, I'm moving my whole life here, like I'm gonna bring all my clothes. Big mistake, because I didn't have room for anything, and I would keep ordering clothes too. It's not like you stop buying clothes. It was just disaster. It was a disaster. Moving out was so much harder than it needed to be just because I had so many clothes. Another thing I learned is that a Stanley Cup is not the most convenient for the dorms. Basically, I got an Awala a month or two in, and it was great because it wouldn't leak and I could just put it in my backpack and I would be like hands-free. And when I would bring coffee to class and stuff, have my coffee in the other, it was just a disaster. One time I was like running into people into the door because I was like, oh my god, like can you please like help me, like I'm so sorry. And then like I would drop one thing. If you can avoid bringing a Stanley Cup, it's gonna save you so much embarrassment. I'm not even kidding. Another thing is fabric spray, and it's not like you're spraying it on dirty clothes, but it makes it just smell so much better. I even use it on my bed so I get that like fresh clean smell. Another thing is a big trash can. My roommate and I had our own trash cans, which I feel like was a really good idea. It was kind of like your own responsibility. I can't imagine sharing a trash can, but it was really nice. Mine was actually pretty big. I only had to take it out like once a week, maybe twice if I had like boxes and stuff. My floor also had like recycling bins, so there were like 3 of them. Yeah. Make sure you stock up on your beauty supplies. You can get like big sizes from Costco of things that you need. Another thing is professional looking clothing, because you never know if you're gonna have a job interview, internship, whatever, and I feel like professional clothes are really nice to have. If you are planning on getting like a professional job at school, I would say definitely bring some business clothes, and if you're rushing too, definitely get some dresses and bring some cute clothes, you know what I mean? I had my mom send me all my dresses and stuff because I decided I was gonna rush the last minute. Another thing is MacBook or iPad. This is a big debate. I walked into my first day of class with my iPad, and the professor was like, okay everybody, you know, give you guys this like laptop name tag, and like it literally couldn't go on my iPad because everybody in that class had MacBooks, and I was like, are you serious right now? But I had a MacBook at the time, ended up dying on me mid-year. I would say iPads are really nice for math homework because you can just write as many pages as you want on like GoodNotes or Notability, and it's great. And I definitely used GoodNotes a lot last year, especially because I just didn't want to write everything on paper, and it's just nice to have everything digital and not have a ton of notebooks. Another thing is a speaker. Bring your own speaker, bring your sound system, whatever you want to do, because you're going to want to use it. And also another thing is cleaning supplies. I would say bring some cleaning supplies. You're gonna need it. I get like an all-purpose cleaner and an antibacterial cleaner. Another thing is an air purifier. The dorm air is so musty, and you're gonna really need an air purifier. I still got sick 2 times my freshman year. You're gonna get sick the first week. You're not gonna think that you get sick. I never get sick in the summertime, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna be fine. No, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna be around a ton of people, so I feel like an air purifier just kind of makes me feel better about my room at least. Another thing is a makeup headband. This is my makeup headband. It's really nice. It's covered in makeup obviously, but I really liked this one because I could just push up my hair. And it was pretty nice. I'd also say stay stocked on things like tissues and paper towels, because when I would run out, I would have to go to the communal bathroom and use the freaking toilet paper, and it was disgusting. And also bring some slippers. I got these ones last year. I would say get like an outdoor pair and like an indoor pair. So I really liked that because it didn't feel like I was bringing in all the dirt and grossness from the outside into my dorm. Get a jewelry box if you think you'll need it. Something that I also could have used is a battery pack, because you're gonna have a lot of downtime, and for me personally, my screen time went skyrocketing when I moved to school because I would have so much downtime and all I would do was go on my phone. Being on your phone is like, it's really bad. Get a battery pack. You're gonna need it because if you go out and your phone is like dead, it's the worst. Like, don't let that keep you from going out, which I don't think that keeps you from going out. Anyways, another thing is a steamer. So if you have wrinkles in your clothes, you can literally just plug it in, fill it with water, and steam all your stuff. I got one. It was like 20 bucks from Target. I think they had ones for like 15. Also a curling wand, a straightener, some heat protectant. Heat protecting is a big thing because you're gonna be going out, you're gonna want to style your hair, but you should also use some heat protectant because your hair is already gonna be more damaged from the dorm water and it's just not the best. So get yourself some heat protectant. And yeah, I feel like that's kind of it for this video. Let me know if you guys have any dorm remedies, dorm essentials that you guys like. You can expect more of these sort of back to school videos because y'all love them and I want to make more videos that you guys loved. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing those. I'll make some college ones, move-in vlogs, whatever. So thanks for watching and I'll touch you guys in the next one.